Well, this is a few weeks after the job you did for the detectives, for Alfred.
Okay.
You're on your day off. What do you do when you're not lock picking and beating people up with your tri-arm?
Okay. Give me just a moment here. Go over the character sheet.
All right.
Okay, so during my off time, I probably spend a decent amount of time, by the looks of the character sheet, studying and working out gymnastics and stuff, high dexterity,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously going to bars and picking up girls because I've got a manipulation of 4.
Okay. There's this bar called Club Charisma. It's pretty hopping.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I will saunter up to the bar and order a drink.
Okay. You know, there are quite a few girls, but sadly, most of them are taken. You haven't noticed one by herself yet, but it's still early. So what are you drinking?
I don't know. Whatever's cheap. Some well vodka. Not like it's gonna affect me much. I'm a Nova.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, you notice that girl walks in and she's alone. What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry. Say again.
You notice that a girl walks in and she's by herself.
Oh, she's by herself. I will. As all intelligent hunters do, I will observe my prey from across the room for
Okay.
a few moments.
All right. You notice that she's giving you the eye.
As all intelligent hunters do, I will observe my prey. I will smile and wave at her.
Okay.
For a few moments.
Hold on. Getting feedback from the Twitch for a second. Just play that again.
Okay. I will. I'll smile and wave at her.
All right. She walks up to you and smiles back. She's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm new here. How about you?"
Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time in bars.
Neither do I. I'm just here for a good time, and I'm just enjoying the scenery.
Yeah, I can understand that. Myself, I'm just looking for a nice place to hang out. I'm new to the city.
All right, and with that, you got the bartender, and he's like, well, would the lady want something? He's looking at you.
Yeah, and I will motion to her. Would you like a drink?
She says, sure, that would be awesome. So the bartender, gives her, let's see here, what would be good for a chick? You know what? This chick is pretty hardcore. She takes a vodka.
Vodka. All right. Just a shot of vodka. Okay, I can get behind that. Make it 2.
All right. And with that, you're kind of chatting for a bit, and give me a perception plus awareness.
That's 6 dice, right?
I believe so. Hold on. Let me look at Triarm. Yes, 6 dice.
Okay. So it looks like out of the 6, I got a 10 and a 7, and then the rest were 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Okay, so you got 2 successes. You notice that her eyes are glowing. You think she's a Nova.
I will immediately point this out to her. Your eyes are glowing.
Oh, I'm sorry. That happens from time to time whenever I drink. I don't really know what it means or anything.
Oh, really? Can you do anything special?
Yeah, actually I can. I've been able to bend my finger backwards. I think it's called double jointed.
Well, I mean, like, anything more special besides glowing eyes.
She's totally oblivious towards what you're hinting at. Because she's totally into the drink.
You can't like fly or anything. You don't have like 3 arms or anything.
Oh, all of a sudden it clicks. And she's like, "You mean you're one of them?"
Well, I was more thinking along the lines that you are. I mean, your eyes are glowing.
Well, I'm not sure if I should be sharing this with someone I just met. She's kind of on the defensive now.
I'm very good at keeping secrets.
Alright, at this point, it's a happy hour. And she's like, "Well, you know what? Let's see how strong you are. If I get tipsy before you do, I'll show you my power if you show me yours."
Okay. All right, I'm down.
Excellent. All right, you two start hammering out vodka shots. And a crowd starts gathering around this competition of intoxication. An hour passes, and both of you are in pretty rough shape. She's like, "I think I got one more in me. How about you?"
Fine.
Oh, man. Alright. Well, I think it's time for us to get out of here. You seem to be drunk enough. All right. Since both of you are drunk, give me dexterity plus athletics to see if you get out of the bar without busting your ass.
All right. Looks like 5 successes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, let me try mine. Let's see here. Okay, 2 successes. She almost busted her ass, but between the two of you, you both safely get out of the bar. At this point, why don't you roll a perception plus awareness, and I'll do the same. Oh, 2 successes? 3 successes. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And I got 2. All right. At this point, she goes, hey, check this out. Her hand starts to fire up. What do you do?
I will pull out my tri-arm and go, cool, high five!
And she's like, whoa, that's different. I don't think I should high five you because this will hurt you.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably a good point, but I don't know. There's so much vodka in my system, I might be flammable. Yeah, that's good thinking. Good thinking.
My name's Amanda, by the way. What's yours?
Amanda, you can call me Tri-Arm.
Well, Tri-Arm, this was fun. Thank you for the drinks. At this point, what do you want to do?
I am going to pull out a pen and very carefully a piece of paper and very carefully write down my number for her and say, hey, you ever want to talk or hang out or, get together, whatever, give me a call.
Oh man, this is gonna take dexterity. I'm gonna say the difficulty is a 3 to pull it off.
Dexterity and athletics?
Or
a legerdemain?
You know what? Legerdemain sounds good. It comes out to the same thing anyway.
Alright.
Alright, you hammer it out.
3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, that's a whole lot of multiple successes. You definitely, somehow you managed to write your phone number just right, and she takes it and she's on her way. Alright, Tri-Arm. You noticed someone behind you saying, hey, Mr. Three Arms, you want to fight with me? I'm the best there is at what I do, damn it. It looks like a drunk wants to pick a fight with you.
I'll turn around and I will very calmly say, I think you read too many Wolverine comic books.
Oh, a comic book fan. Alright, you're off the hook, buddy. But next time, you and me, mano a mano. And he waves his fist in the air like that means something.
I will smile, turn on my heel, and begin walking away from him.
Alright, you're at your house. You end up sleeping for like a good 8 hours, and you're hungover.
will at that point, once I'm awake and I'm hungover, I will do what any sane person should do, and I will go to the convenience store for a spicy V8 and some Gatorade.
Okay, that sounds good. Your tri-arm is still sticking out. You want to hide it?
Yeah, I'll tuck that back into my coat. Oh, and put a fresh shirt on.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. You go to the convenience store and you get the stuff right away, no problems. When you get back home, you notice a missed call.
All right, I will check that answering machine.
All right, and
One message.
it's Alfred. He wants you to do another lockpicking job.
All right, I'll give old Alfred a call.
All right, and you do that, and he's like, "Oh, Triarm, how are you doing?"
I'm just fine. How's the butlering business?
I don't know what butlering business you're talking about, but things are going quite well with the investigation.
All right, so you mentioned a job. Where do you need me?
Well, we got information on, I don't know how you call those special people. Do you guys have a name for what you guys are?
I really don't know.
Well,
I just think of myself as kind of a superhero.
okay. Well, there's this guy. His name is Tony. And we need to get more information on him. I have his address. Basically, we want to make sure that he's on the up and up. The questionable item that we're looking for is his laptop.
Okay.
We think that he's the mastermind behind the previous incident. All the paperwork seems to be motioning in his direction. Now, are you good with dogs?
Well, I like dogs. I had a dog once. Do you mean like guard dogs?
Yeah.
No, I'm not very good with guard dogs.
Okay, that could be a problem, because he does have one at his place. But I'm sure with your techniques, you can work something out.
Yeah. I think I'm already formulating a plan. Alfred?
Okay. Alright, I'll just send you a email with all the information we have, and I'll leave the rest up to you.
Alright, sounds good.
And since this is the year 2000, it takes a while, but you do get the email, and basically this guy owns a mansion in West Hartford. He's pretty well off money-wise.
Okay.
So how do you want to handle this?
Alright. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get some sedatives. What do I know? What kind of dog he has? What kind of guard dog he has?
I believe it's a Doberman Pinscher.
Okay, Doberman. We're looking at a medium to large size dog.
Yeah.
I will formulate how much sedatives I need to put this dog out, but not kill it, using my intimate knowledge of medicine.
Okay, that's good. I'd say roll your intelligence plus medicine. I say this has a difficulty of 3.
Okay. Looks like I just got 3 successes.
All right, you are just right. You calculate it, and you have it in a nice syringic form.
All right, now what I'm gonna do is on the way to Tony's mansion, I'm gonna stop by the butcher's shop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a nice cut of meat.
That's good. That's a good idea.
And then I'm gonna put this sedative in the meat.
All right. That's some good thinking.
And then I will wait till I'll wait till evening to go out and case the mansion.
Okay. All right. It's about 7 p.m. It's getting dark out, and you feel like this is a good time to scope the place out.
Alright, so I'll hop in the car and head on over.
Okay, from where you live, it takes you about 10 or so minutes to get to West Hartford. It's not a really big city, and you're somewhat close to the West End.
Okay.
What you notice is it's pretty fenced off. There's a 6-foot tall fence around the place. It's a pretty decent looking mansion, and there's a car in the drive-thru, so somebody's there, and you do notice a dog.
All right. So I will park in an inconspicuous yet visible location with good lines of visibility, so I can watch the mansion for a while. And I will do so. I will wait however many hours it takes for lights to go out or whatever.
Okay. It takes about 2 hours before you notice the lights start to dimmer down, and there's no longer any lights on. You assume that whoever's in there has gone to sleep.
Alright. And at that point I will get out and begin my approach.
Alright, well,
is the yard fenced?
it's 6 foot tall. You're gonna have to climb it. But there's that dog there, and it's looking at you. It hasn't barked yet, but it's definitely got to die on you.
Is it a privacy fence or?
It's one of those. It's one of those fences where you can try to climb it, but there's these rectangular things on it.
Okay,
these
yeah.
triangular whatevers. So if you fall, you could bust your ass.
Sweet.
It's
All
your
right,
game. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go over to the fence and I'm gonna try and call the dog. Is the dog chained up, or is it just is it roaming about?
It's roaming about.
Okay. I'll try and call the dog over.
All right.
Poochie, poochie, poochie.
Let's see here. I would say that's a manipulation roll.
All right. Subterfuge.
Sure. I give this a difficulty of 2.
successes.
All right. You have the attention of the dog.
All right, so I'll pull a little bit of fat off of the corner of this cut of meat, and put it through the fence, give it to the dog, get it to come a little bit closer, and then I'll put the whole damn pork chop in there.
All right.
Go, puppy.
And it starts mooching at the meat. Its tail is wagging, and it's pretty happy, pretty content.
All right. Well, I'll give him a good pat on the head, and wait for that sedative to kick in.
Mm-hmm. It takes about, I would say, a good 15 minutes before you notice that the dog starts to just conks out.
Sweet. All right, I'll give it another 10 or 15 minutes to take hold. As a matter of fact, I'll walk down the street. I'll walk around the block while that takes hold. And when I get back, he should be good and sleepy. And at that point, I will begin making my way over the fence.
All right. So, about how tall do you think Tri-Arm is?
Oh, let's say Tri-Arm is, we'll call him average height. He's about 5'9.5", 5'10".
All right, that's a good height. Okay, why don't you roll dexterity plus athletics to see if you can make it over this fence. I say it has a difficulty of 3.
5 successes.
Okay. You manage to avoid the spikes and do it gracefully, and you don't make much of a sound on the way down. All right.
At that point, I will head up to the house, and again, I've learned a couple lessons. I'm going to start casing it, making sure that that dog and fence are the only security measures I have to deal with for the moment.
All right. Roll your perception plus awareness.
Two successes.
Okay. You notice that there does not seem to be too much other than the dog and the fence.
All right.
Since this Tony guy is, one of you guys, he feels overconfident in his abilities.
All right. Well, I will gracefully pick this lock in that case.
Okay. Are you picking the front door or the back door?
Let's go with the back door. It's always better to sneak in through the back.
Okay. Now, you do have a specialty with lockpicking. So when you roll your dex plus your journeyman, you get extra 1 dice.
Okay.
All right, let's see what you got here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you do it. You pick the lock, you're in.
All right. I will pull out my little mini mag light.
Mm-hmm.
Switch that on and begin moving through the house as silently as I am capable of doing.
All right, why don't you roll your dex plus athletics and see if you're able to accomplish that.
All right, looks like I got 1 success on that one.
1 success. Ooh. To the best of your knowledge, you haven't aroused anyone yet.
All right, and I'm on mission, so I'm just looking for the laptop.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why don't you roll another perception plus awareness to see if it's in the first floor. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Okay, you end up scoping out the first floor, and you do not find the laptop, but you find a nice display full of different wines. Pretty expensive stuff.
Okay, that is going on my mental checklist. Not touching the wines until the job is over.
Okay. Why don't you do a Dex plus Athletics to see if you can get up the stairs without being noticed? Because some stairs do squeak.
4 successes this time.
Okay. Well, the difficulty was a 3. You get up there without any problems. At this point, you notice 3 doors.
I'll listen at each of the doors, see if I can hear any ambient noise in the rooms.
All right. Let's say, yeah, perception plus awareness. Okay, to the first door, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. All right, why don't you roll for the second door?
Only 1 success that time.
Ooh. You hear something, but you can't make out what.
Okay, and the third door.
All right.
Got 2 successes on that one as well.
You hear nothing in the third door.
Okay. So let's go in the third door first.
Okay. All right. You open the door, and it looks like a library. It's just full of books and 2 couches.
And I'll give it a quick once-over looking for, again, the laptop.
Mm-hmm. The laptop does not appear to be there.
All right. Now let's check out the first room where I didn't hear anything.
Okay. You open the door and you discover portraits. It seems like Tony is full of himself. So now you know what he looks like.
Alright.
Basically, he appears to like sailing because wherever you see his portrait, he's always wearing a skipper's hat.
Great. Alright, no laptop in here, I'm assuming?
Nope, no laptop in there.
Alright, I'm going to very quietly open that second door that I heard the noise behind.
Alright. Why
not
don't you...
all the way, just a little bit. I'm trying to get a visual in the room.
You trying to get a visual? Alright, roll your perception plus awareness. Okay, 2 successes. Yeah, you've seen this hundreds of times before. You know what's going on. People are fucking.
Alright, do I see the laptop?
Yes.
Great. Alright. I'm going to, walking on the edge of the stairs, the edges of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I go back downstairs. I'm going to, I'm going to grab a, I'm going to grab a pot, a good-sized pot.
Okay.
And, find a, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back upstairs once I have the pot, go to the library, shut the door to the portrait room, go to the library, and I'm going to toss the pot down the stairs, causing as much noise as possible, and shutting the door as soon as I have launched the pot.
Okay. I would say that's dexterity and athletics. Oh yeah, you pull it off. There's a huge noise, and you hear two what the fucks and a sound, and you hear footsteps running downstairs.
All right. At this point, I will pull out my handy-dandy balaclava out of my pocket, pull it over my face, and I will run as silently again as possible into the bedroom to grab that laptop.
Okay. Dex and athletics, please. Oh yeah. You do it.
Sick.
That's a whole boatload of successes. You have the laptop at hand. What do you do?
All right. I'm assuming I'm in the room unoccupied currently.
Yes.
I will open the window and go out.
Okay. You understand that you're at the second floor.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
Now,
this
I'm
is.
assuming, being a mansion, is there a drainage pipe or anything nearby to shimmy down?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay. In that case, I will stow the laptop in one of my handy pockets inside my big heavy coat, and I will parkour my way down the drain pipe.
All right. Why don't you roll your Dex plus athletics? Okay, 4 successes. Now, let me see if Tony, with his perception plus awareness. Let's see here. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes versus your 4 successes. Okay.
I got 5.
5 versus 5.
But he got 2 10s.
Yeah, he got 2 10s. Yeah. He sees you, and he's gonna take aim with his gun. Are you gonna try to dodge?
Yes, actually, what I will do is I will dive back into the open back door.
Okay. First, I'm going to roll. Let's see here. This is going to be interesting. All right. This guy is a marksman. So this may hurt. He's going to take a shot before you have a chance to roll. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay. Why don't you roll your dexterity to see if you miss some of that damage? Or at least...
Dex and athletics?
Yeah.
Four successes.
Okay, take one lethal. You got grazed in the arm.
Alright. Since I am now inside the back door,
Yeah.
I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs, I'm gonna kill your fucking wine collection!
Alright. At that point, he says, dude, anything but the wine, man! It takes...
I will position myself by the door so that when he comes running to protect the wine, I can make my getaway.
Okay. Alright, and yeah, he rushes in, he looks around at the wine with his gun at hand, and he's prepared to defend this wine at all costs.
Alright, so as he is rushing in, I will roll back out of the back door, and I will sprint across the yard, hell-bent for leather.
Okay. Roll your Dex plus awareness, and I'll roll mine. We'll see what happens. Alright, nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're able to get away. Alright, the dog is still asleep. You're at the fence. What are you going to do?
I'm going to vault over the fence and head towards my car.
Okay. Alright, I say you do it. You're familiar with this fence now. It doesn't take you too much to repeat the badass move that you did in the beginning. Alright. And at this point, you get to your car and you notice a missed call.
Alright, I will get in the car and begin calmly driving away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll check my missed calls.
It's Amanda. And she says, "Hey, I know where you were a few minutes ago. What the fuck?"
All right, I'll call her back.
All right. At this point, she picks up the phone and she's like, "So, is this what you do for a living?"
What? What?
Look, I'm not stupid. With my special powers, I know people's voices. I know when you were yelling at the top of your lungs about the wine. Don't try to lie to me.
Well, okay. So I threatened the guy's wine collection, but I'm not exactly sure how sensitive the information is. I don't know if I can tell you the fullest extent, but I am an independent investigative contractor.
Oh, great. Someone else muscling in on my turf. You know, I could have had that laptop before you happened to make a whole mess out of things.
Yeah, and I was gonna get a really nice bottle of wine too.
At this point, she has to cut it short because, well, Tony.
Right. Hey, tell him I like his skipper's hat.
She laughs and hangs up the phone. All right, end of adventure.
All right.
So, what do you think about D20?
I like it. This is the first game that I've played on it. I came here mostly because my friend plays a bunch of Pathfinder and stuff on it, and I was hoping that it would have some games that I like a little bit more. It's not that I don't like Pathfinder, but there are games that I like a lot more, like Aberrant, a lot of the World of Darkness stuff. There's even a few others that are a little bit more esoteric. But I was very pleased. I just decided, having a bout of insomnia, decided to check out some of the games on there. And on the first page, I noticed Year of the Mask, and it mentioned Aberrant, and I was like, holy shit, no way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I knew all 5 people that played this game.
Yeah, I started playing back in I want to say back in it's been a long time. I don't remember if it was early 2000s or late 2000s when I started playing. But it's a pretty good system.
Yeah, we actually I oddly enough, you've heard of the World of Darkness lines. Are you familiar with the old World of Darkness?
Not really.
Okay. There's what they call, there's a division. There's New World of Darkness and Old World of Darkness. Old World of Darkness, the first game they put out, it was White Wolf's first big game, was Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay, I know Vampire the Masquerade, but I never played it though. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Right. Shortly after Vampire the Masquerade came out, they had a game called Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge fan of Werewolf the Apocalypse. As a matter of fact, I got involved in a live action troupe that played Vampire and Werewolf and all the old World of Darkness stuff. And I actually rewrote some of their original rules that didn't work so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the rewriting, I had a roommate at the time named Thomas M.K. Stratton. We did the rewrite of the rules on his computer so that we would have a record. A few years later, he published those rules.
Nice.
Called Laws of the Wild. Now, I didn't get any credit or anything for it, which, pretty much ended our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been involved with White Wolf games for over 20 years. Well over 20 years, probably.
Now, this thing lets you freehand and do shapes, as I'm doing here. Which I'm not very good at because I'm using a laptop mouse. But this is just like if you had a RPG map and you want to make like land shapes.
Okay.
Make that even darker. There we go. That stands out more. And it also lets you incorporate tokens. But for me, I like storytelling, so I'm not going to use this option. I leave it up to the player's imagination.
Yeah. That's usually what I do unless I'm involved in some sort of tactical game.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of games like Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, I've seen people go all out with their maps. I'm just not too familiar with the way the maps work yet to incorporate that.
Right, right. The nice thing about storytelling games, the White Wolf system, is sometimes it's actually easier to not have a map and miniatures or tokens or anything like that. It's easier to visualize the action as you go along. It makes more sense, especially in games with as much scale as like Aberrant.
Yeah.
You know, you can throw a quantum bolt 3 miles or something like that. It's easier to not use a map in these games.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've had plenty of adventures where I had to use quantum jump, and it's like, whee! I just quantum jump out of the way.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I quantum jumped to the next city over because fuck that guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, this was good. What I'll do is I need to get back in touch with our other player because he still needs help with his character creation.
Right. He's coming over to my house. Hold on just a second. Let me look at my phone here. Okay, so it just turned Thursday. He's coming over to my house tomorrow on Friday.
Okay.
I literally have physical copies of the books.
That's good.
I don't have all the books, but I have some of them, and some of them are actually pretty hard to get a hold of. And I told him that I would help him out with his character creation because it can be really hard to create an aberrant character for the first time.
Mm-hmm. So I think for solo adventures, Tri-Arm is gonna be the reoccurring theme.
Nice. Yeah, I like Tri-Arm. He seems to have a pretty amusing personality.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a Dick Grayson joke to Alfred the next time I contacted him. I'm a huge Robin/Nightwing fan.
Mm-hmm. I just picked Alfred as out of the blue. I wasn't intending Batman at all.
Yeah, no, I figured you weren't, but that is logically where me and Balthazar, we think a lot alike.
Uh-huh.
A lot. I have known him his whole life. And that's logic. He hears Alfred and he thinks Batman.
All right.
We got together a couple years ago. I was like, dude, I got a new shirt. I'm coming over. So I come to his house and he's like, okay, what's your new shirt you're so fucking excited about? And I unzip my coat, pull it open. It's my red Superman shield shirt, blue background,
Yeah.
red and yellow shield, and I'm all boom, and he's like, oh yeah, and he lifts up his hoodie, and he's got his Batman shirt on. I was like, yeah, we should get Zoe a Wonder Woman shirt, and we'll found the Justice League or something.
All right, it's time for supplemental after quest.
All right.
Okay, so a few days have passed, and Alfred calls you again, but this time he's rather concerned.
All right.
Triarm, I have a problem.
Okay.
You remember that laptop quest that I told you to do?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, it turns out someone encrypted the data before we had access to incorporate it. Was there anyone else in the house with Tony at the time?
There might have been. I believe Tony was actually engaged in an act of coitus, and I had to cause a small distraction, or a couple small distractions.
Okay, well, we need that information in order to pinpoint where he's hiding the shipment of drugs. Otherwise, this case is not going to work. So do you think you can contact this person and see what kind of encryption he or she put into this computer?
I might be able to do that. You give me some time, and I'll get in touch with my people.
Okay. All right, I will talk to you later. All right. It's your game. What you going to do?
I'll give Amanda a call.
All right.
And I'll say, hey, Amanda, it's Triarm.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I knew you would call sooner or later. So, it seems like you and me have some business to take care of.
Yeah, that seems like it might be a good and reasonable thing to do. Do you want to meet?
Let's say the bar that we first met.
Good, public place, great idea.
Around 11 p.m.
Okay, I'll see you there.
All right. You get the general idea that she's not pissed off, but she's not happy either. She's somewhere in the middle.
All right. I will, I'm going to be relying on the armor of my wit.
Okay.
To
in this case, I think it's showtime. It's 11 o'clock.
And I will, I'll actually show up an hour earlier or so I can get a read on the situation before
Okay.
dealing with it.
You show up an hour earlier and it's not too packed. Everyone's just having a good time. The thing of note that you see is there's the All-Star game for baseball. So everyone's excited about that.
Well, I will pick out a nice shadowy booth out away from the crowd.
Okay. The waitress gives you the menu and says that, hey, you were here before. So
Yes.
everyone's calling you the Mad Drunker now. Because
I'm not mad.
you hammered away so many drinks last time.
Well, I was thirsty.
I see. And with that, she walks away. So you got a small rep now for the people who were there before.
Alright, I can deal with that. That's fine. Always good to build a rep.
Yep. Alright, hold on. Let me just get your character sheet.
Sure.
Alright. An hour passes and Amanda comes in this really nice outfit. And she turns a few heads.
Alright. I will motion her back to our clandestine table in the corner.
Mm-hmm. At which she sits down and she smiles and says, well, it's been a while.
Yeah, a couple days. How you doing? Been having fun?
Just to let you know, even though Tony doesn't know who you are, if you try to do that again, you'll be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I didn't hurt his dog.
Well, that was a good thing.
I like dogs. More than I like wine.
So, I'm guessing this is about the laptop.
Yeah, it seems it is encrypted.
Uh-huh.
How good are you with computers?
Before you did whatever the hell you did, I made sure to encrypt the laptop just in case. Now, I know this Tony guy is in the drug business. So I want to know from you, what organization are you representing in your side of the things?
Well, I was actually hired just out of character. I may have missed the background on Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right.
I'll explain to her that I was.
Well, Alfred is a part of an independent detective agency, which there's 3 members. There's an Indian dude called Apor, and there's a female called Jocelyn, and plus Alfred.
Okay.
And
so
to the best of your knowledge, you think that they're all, you know, special powered.
All right. So I will tell her, you know, I've been hired by, I was hired to get the laptop by an agency that is investigating this drug trade.
Okay.
Since we are sharing information freely, what is your interest in it?
Well, I'm currently trying to figure out when the next shipment is coming in to make sure that it gets rated. And at this point,
Okay.
she shows you, you know, a CIA badge.
Ah, well, in that case, I don't feel as bad. I'm more than willing to introduce you to the people that I'm working for, if that would help your investigation.
All right, this sounds good. Why don't we But since it's late, why don't we do this tomorrow morning? Does that work for you?
Yeah, yeah. I will. I'll give my people a call, and I'll call you tomorrow morning after I've called them and set up a meet.
All right. And at this point, she hammers down another vodka and is on her way.
All right. I will stay for a little bit and drink a few beers.
Okay. All right. So, do you decide to get hammered, or do you play it safe?
Nah, I'm just gonna drink a few. No hammer tonight.
Okay. All right. It is the next morning, and it's about 8 o'clock. What do you do?
Okay, I will immediately call Alfred.
Okay.
And tell him exactly what happened between Amanda and I,
Okay.
and let him know, her credentials and whatnot, and tell him that I'm interested in setting a meet up between him and her.
All right.
So
At this point, when you call, it's not Alfred. It's Epor.
Okay.
Yes. Hello. How are you doing today? Try arm.
I'm fine, Apur. How are you?
I am doing quite well. I'm
That's
afraid
good.
that Alfred is away on a current mission. How can I help you?
Well, I actually that laptop that I got for you guys.
Ah, yes. It is right here as we speak.
Okay. I got in touch with the third party that Alfred and I spoke about, and she would like to arrange a meeting so that she can take a look and possibly decrypt the laptop.
Oh, that would be excellent. When Alfred comes back, I will let him know this information and we will set something up.
Awesome. Oh, before you go, do you know any good? And I'm not trying to be offensive by saying this. Do you know any good Indian restaurants that really have a craving for chicken tikka masala?
Okay. If you go to West Hartford on Main Street, there is a place called Taste of India that is next to a place called My Gym. You can't miss it. It's almost going to the mall.
Awesome. And they're good.
Oh yes. My cousin is the chef.
Sweet. I'm gonna go get my curry on.
All right, that is good to hear. And with that, Epor hangs up and you go on your way to eat.
And I will. I'll call Amanda and update her on the situation. They're gonna get back to me about a time that we can get together, and I will let you know as soon as I know.
All right, and with that, that is the end of this solo adventure. And whenever there's time for another one, we'll continue on.
Sweet.
So the interesting thing about Epor, he has a very unique ability.
Yeah.
It's based on line of sight. He can manipulate your emotions.
Nice.
So he can make people feel really, really relaxed and negotiate a better deal. He's their deal maker. As for Alfred, I'll have to talk to my friend because that's my friend's character.
Okay.
I forget what power he had. And Jocelyn's character, I believe she she had something like suggestional powers to make. Basically, she would manipulate people with her voice.
Okay. Domination.
Yeah. And with that note, I'm gonna bring it into this broadcast and see if it recorded all right. And that way, your friend, if he chooses to, he can continue on another solo adventure as Trier.
Very cool. I had fun. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.